Birekoth Shalum, Birekoth Shalum. Today's daily proverb is coming out of Proverbs chapter 6, verses 32 through 35. And it reads, "He who commits adultery with a woman lacks heart. He who does it destroys his own life. He finds smiting and shame, and his reproach is not wiped away. For jealousy enrages a man, and he does not spare in the day of vengeance. He does not regard any ransom, nor accept your bribe, however great." Okay, folks, so today's daily Proverbs is speaking on adultery. All right, and this goes for both men and women. All right, so men and women, woman and man, if you commit adultery, if you cheat on your spouse, you lack heart, which means you lack integrity. All right, which means that you are not walking in the ways of the Most High. You are not following His command, because adultery is not only a command of the Most High and in the law, it is also talked about in the New Testament. All right. Back in the Old Testament days, when a man or woman was caught in adultery, they was put to death. All right, but even though that does not happen these days because of Yahushua, and if you remember that when the lady was caught in adultery and everybody was trying to stone them, and Yahushua said, "All y'all that's have no sin, cast the first stone," and none of them did. They all walked away, and he told her to go and sin no more. All right, that's the reason why the death penalty is not upholded for adultery at this time. All right, because of the grace and mercy of the Most High, the grace and mercy of His Son Yahushua. All right, but you still destroy your own life, especially if you have children, because you are separating your home. You know, you're breaking down the family structure, and you're causing a lot of heartache and pain and a lot of strife. Your kids could dislike you. You know, the husband and wife, y'all could have a high disdain for each other. You know, and that affects the children. It does. It breaks up the home. Now they got to go to daddy house, or they got to go to mommy house, or they just staying with one set of one parent over the other, and it just causes confusion. And that is what Satan wants. He does not want family. You know, he wants the family structure broken down. You know, so, but it goes on to say that, you know, he who is caught in adultery will find smiting and shame, meaning that you can get your butt beat. You know, you can get yourself killed. You know, and also your name will be slung in the dirt. People will not trust you. You know, they'll look at you like a dirty dog and everything. And then you don't know what that spouse that caught you cheating would do to you or your cheating partner. All right, Because it goes on to say, it says, for jealousy enrages a man, and he does not spare in the day of vengeance. And it doesn't matter how much pleading you do or what you try to give that man or woman, they are not going to spare anything. They're going to take it all out on you. They could beat you down, kill you, do a whole bunch of things to harm you. All because you chose not to drink from your own cistern. All because you chose to disrespect somebody else's bed. This adultery thing is maybe hard for some people because they might be sexually attracted to this other person, but you have to know that you should not do it because of the drama that it could create. And on top of that, it's a sin, and it's the reason why the Most High tells you not to commit adultery. He already knows what will go down. He's trying to stop the heartache and pain. He's trying to stop the annihilation of families. He's trying to stop people from getting hurt, because he know, like, when you in love with somebody and your loved one cheats on you, that puts you in a whole different mindset, and all your good morals and everything might go out the window. You're not supposed to defile your marriage bed. You're not supposed to defile anybody else's marriage bed. And rightfully so, you might get beat down. And this is one of these secret sins that many people do, that say they walk in the ways of the Most High. First off, you got to set up a time, a place. Then you got to make sure your significant other ain't around, or can't contact you. And then you sneaking in the person's house or sneaking in the hotel room or whatever. Then you're sneaking out and trying to bring your filthy butt back home to lay back in your bed next to your spouse. That's a person with no heart and no integrity. And what happens if you get caught and then you don't make it home? Not only your family has to deal with your death, but then they got to deal with the dirt that you was doing that caused your death or caused you to be harmed in the way you was. There's too many stories out there that talks about what happened to people who got caught cheating. A woman caught a man on fire. Men beating down dudes, throwing them out windows. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of things that could go on. But if you get married, y'all married to that person. You know what I'm saying? That is your cistern. That's who you drink your water from. That's who you love. That's who you have sex with, because you have committed yourself to that person. Because marriage was created by the Most High, and it wasn't meant for you to go out and go sleep with everybody else too. So we must be very careful and mindful. You know what I'm saying? And you also must have discipline. Alright? And if many of y'all drink alcohol, y'all need to drink it at home or with your spouse, because alcohol messes up your judgment, and you could be doing things that you wouldn't normally do. you know. So just do not commit adultery. It's not a good thing to do. You spend a lot of energy trying to balance two different relationships. You spend a lot of energy trying to lie, you know what I'm saying, to your spouse about where you was at and what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make excuses of why you smelling like sex, or why you smell like somebody else's perfume or cologne. It's just a whole lot of things going on with that. Then on top of that, if you're caught, you could tear your family down. You can get yourself hurt by the other person, or you can get yourself killed. And that's just what it is. The Most High knows what he's talking about when he says do not commit adultery. Drink from your own cistern. You know? So I hope that y'all got a lot from this today. You know? A person that commits adultery lacks heart. They will find smiting. They will have shame. Their reproach would not be wiped away, meaning they will always be known as a cheater. You know? And you don't want to be that. A good name is better than riches. A good name is better than riches. Alright, so let's have some integrity. Let's follow the command of the Most High and understand why. You know? You see what happened to King David when he committed adultery. You know? You see what happened. Even though he wasn't caught by Uriah, even though he was trying to get Uriah to get drunk and go sleep with his wife so he can throw the pregnancy off on him, and Uriah didn't do it, so he sent Uriah to his death. But the Most High saw it, and the Most High punished him. You know? And you can read about some people who commit adultery in the Bible, and you can see how they got handled. You know, and yeah, we might not think it happened now, because things like that haven't happened in a long while, where you get stoned and, you know, but you you still have to answer to the Most High for the things that you do, and you can't spend eternity away from the Most High committing adultery and not repenting from it. Alright, so just keep that in mind. And again, I hope y'all got something out of this today. You know, y'all check me out tomorrow for the Daily Proverb that's going to come out of chapter 7. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah and to his son Yahushua. Take it easy. Birekoth Shalum.